Thank you, D.A. Well, Clark, there's nothing like opening night. Preseason in the rearview mirror. Now the games count for real. Terrific time.
Yeah, exciting for everybody because hope springs eternal for all teams in the league after you get beyond preseason. And the games do count. They start calculating and documenting W's and L's.
And checking out Utah's opening lineup. Inside, we have Ingles and Gobert. Conley and Mitchell, the talented backcourt pair. And it's O'Neal in at the small forward. And for Denver, Millsap and Jokic, the big men. Then it's Michael Porter. Then there's Monte Morris. And it's Craig in at the shooting guard. Now here's Conley. Pass to Ingles. Over Morris. And the basket by Ingles.
Man, he's a pure point guard with terrific vision. Conley finds open teammates at times before they realize they're open.
Here's Millsap. Connects from three-point range.
And they don't want to get in a habit of giving him open looks from three. First quarter still, but not who you want to leave open.
Now here's Conley. Here's Mitchell. Banked in off the glass.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Well, this early, they should be showing a lot more energy on defense. It's not there.
Millsap passes to Craig. Good ball movement here by the Nuggets. Here's Jokic. And it's Mike Conley with the rebound.
I think in that situation, that was a nice try to create some space for himself with the fadeaway.
The shot misses. And it's Denver the other way. Last time they met was in Utah where they beat the Jazz.
Yeah, they did not necessarily a way they would have drawn it up, but they did get the job done a lot tighter than they wanted. But mentally, sometimes that can also give you a boost when you can win when you're not at your best.
I agree. They'll take it all the same, even though it wasn't pretty. And no matter how ugly it was, they're happy to get out of there with the W.
Here's O'Neal. Michael Porter making his last shot. Out to Conley. Fires the three. Gets it to go from beyond the arc.
Well, I think this is the start they wanted. Come out and put some points up early. 3 of 4 so far.
Knocks it loose. Stolen by Conley. Passes it to Ingles. Now, here's Mitchell. 11 points for him in that last game against the Thunder in Oklahoma City. Here's O'Neal. And again, it's the Jazz from deep.
Boy, they're on fire right now, cooking with gas, starting this one out 4-5.
Morris against Conley. Here's Porter, and finished off by Porter.
Whew, he is so quick off the ground. Porter just gives the defense very little time to react.
The pass to O'Neal. Lobbed up there for Mitchell. And it's Mitchell with the jam.
Oh, and the lead gets bigger on a ridiculous offensive sequence.
That dunk alone would have been spectacular. Never mind it coming at the end of an alley-oop.
Well, I tell you what, they've got this team just a step away from being completely asleep.
And that is a textbook example of how to defend your rim.
And you know, guys, I love his fight and grit on the interior. I mean, he never lets a shot go uncontested.
Here's Gobert. Really struggled in the loss against Oklahoma City.
Fantastic defensive instincts, encouraging signs of progress from Jokic.
Morris finds Millsap. It's stolen by Gobert. Just over 3.5 minutes gone here in the first. Mitchell looking it over. Back to Conley. 6 to shoot. O'Neal inside. Guarded by Porter. Count it. O'Neal's got 5 now.
Yeah, another nice bucket down low. They've really been able to work the ball into the post effectively here so far.
Now here's Millsap. 20 points for him last game against Dallas. Pass to Craig. Knocked away. Stolen by O'Neal. blocked. That one goes careening off the glass. Pass to Morris. Three-pointer. First shot, first basket. He's out of the blocks fast.
Millsap doing a nice job there, reading the defense, and makes a nice slick pass to burn the opponent.
Passes it to Mitchell. Takes a three. That's in there. Conley with the assist. Conley's got his third assist on the night.
And their offense already in a flow. Some stellar shooting to jump out to this league.
Quality looks they're getting, and they're capitalizing on them, guys. They have to be happy with this start offensively. Boy, he's got to be disappointed in the result there. I mean, the defender really didn't make any impact at all.
Well, they call Rudy Gobert the Stifle Tower, probably the game's most dominant rim protector.
And in today's game, that's not enough. You also have to come out of the paint and defend smaller players in switches. He straddles those two needs better than anyone in the league.
Morris with the bucket. Now Conley. He's coming off a 13-point game against Oklahoma City. He dishes it to Gobert. Back to Conley. 6 on the shot clock. Here's O'Neal. A chance there to push it to double digits, but it's off the mark. And so it's Jokic with the ball. He brings it up for the Nuggets. They trail by 7. They blow the whistle just as he gets it off. That's 2 points with a chance for another one at the stripe.
An absolute bully in the lane. Nothing the smaller defender could do there.
Let's look at the energy stats, how the hustle game has been going for the Jazz.
Boy, they've really amped up the pressure at the defensive end, guys, and have piled up the steals in the early going.
Yeah, and one thing, Clark, I've noticed is how quick their hands have been tonight. Thanks to that, they've gotten a lot of points off of turnover.
And that one misses. Clark, a big part of your game was rebounding. You controlled the glass so well. What's one thing you would tell young viewers if they wanted to improve their rebounding?
You know, I'm a little bit out of the norm here, but the biggest thing to me for rebounding is pursuing the ball. Boxing out is important, but pursuing the ball and good timing are the most important elements of rebounding. And that's what I would have players focus on. Pursue the ball.
Here's Mitchell. Denver able to drain the three. Out to the wing. Morris against Conley. It's hauled in by the Nuggets.
That's a surprise. I mean, really out of character for him to miss when the defense is not right up on it.
And the pass to Craig. Pass to Millsap. The Nuggets need to get a shot off here. They get it back. Jazz leading by 4. Mitchell wide open. Knocks down the 3 ball. Mitchell's got a pair of threes now in the first quarter for the Jazz.
You know, throughout this quarter, guys, they've had no answer for him defensively. And he's been absolutely relentless.
Millsap dishes to Porter. Jokic against Gobert. Craig, good. Craig's got his second bucket of the night.
I'll tell you what, I'm not sure these guys can keep this up.
High-octane action for sure. Crowd pleasing already.
Now, here's Mitchell. 10 points for him. Lets it go from 11. That one drops for his second bucket. Mark him 2 for 4.
Pick works well there. Not much resistance from the D.
Yeah, that's not the defense you need. You got to be tougher defensively.
They're running. Here's O'Neal. The layup missed.
Boy, he has to put that one away. A solid opportunity gone awry.
Morris passes to Millsap. Second shot opportunity. No good there. O'Neal with the defensive effort.
Well, he has not been sharp this period. Seems to be a little flustered out there, too.
Gobert finds Conley. They double-team Conley. Down low, O'Neal.
Really the right play defensively. If you can't block, force them to the line.
Yeah, exactly. Prevent the layup, give them a little bump, and then maybe they'll think twice about coming into the lane next time. And if they don't think about it, at least they might be distracted by your presence.
Utah shooting their first free throws of the game on this trip to the line.
And team stats last season, 74% shooting, so some numbers that they can definitely improve upon.
And he can't get the first one. Big group substitution here for Denver. Plumlee, he's checked in for Jokic. Grant comes in for Paul Millsap. Bowl, he's checked in for Porter. And it's Troy Daniels in for Torrey Craig. Utah also making some changes. Bradley's checked in for Gobert. George Niang comes in for Joe Ingles. And it's Jordan Clarkson in for Mike Conley. So we can't get either to fall.
And you look at how the Nuggets have become the team they are, a lot has to do with player development.
Exactly. I agree with you wholeheartedly. Denver has done a great job in the draft. Identify talent, stick to your guns in choosing that talent, then build it, develop it. Their front office has been fantastic.
Drains the three-pointer. O'Neal's got 10 points.
The ball distribution was there. I mean, outstanding work all the way around.
Grant outside. Pass to Bowl. And the layup falls.
And you see defenses trying to be physical with Bowl. That time, contact on the shot had no effect.
Pass to Niang. Nice ball movement by Utah. Here's Clarkson. Some solid defense from Grant. The Nuggets trail by 6. No good on the triple. 1:58 left to play in the first quarter. Here's Niang. He's guarded by Plumlee. Niang kicks to Mitchell. From 10 feet out, that one a little long.
Boy, great effort on defense there against a guy who typically makes that.
Bowl dishes to Daniels. Stolen by Mitchell. And now Utah, fast break. Can't connect from short range. Denver's gone 3 of 4 on three-pointers in the first quarter. Doing well from long range. Jazz leading by 6. Plumlee with the rebound.
The defense ready for him on that possession. They had to be because he is so strong in the paint.
Morris kicks to Daniels. 59 seconds left in the first. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Near the three-point line, it's Morris. Connects, the jumper drops. He's got 10.
Yeah, he's owning them on the offensive end, but, you know, he can't do it by himself.
And it's out of bounds. Utah able to retain possession here. And the Jazz with some changes. Tucker's checked in, and Emmanuel Mudiay subbed in for Donovan Mitchell. .43 seconds left to play here in the first. Tucker, the basket good off the assist from Mudiay. And the Jazz lead by 6. And for the Nuggets, they're shooting very well. 58%. The offense is flowing right now early for them. Plumlee, the pass to Morris. In the corner, Bowl with it. Grant up top. He's coming off a 19-point game against Dallas.
And he also dominated the glass out there. He hit the boards hard and often. Not the best of shot selection there, but you know what? You do not look a gift horse in the mouth.
Here's Clarkson to the wing on the left. Here's Mudiay, and Utah another 3. And so it's Utah heading to the bench with a 7-point lead as we wrap up the quarter. They're shooting the ball so well in this one. A great performance from the field. We'll return shortly. During his tenure in Utah, Coach Quinn Snyder has quickly earned the appreciation of his players, including Rudy Gobert.
We're very lucky to have a coach like that. He really takes everything, with heart, and he wants us to be the best defensive team in the league, as I do. And I think when the coach and the players are on the same page, usually, good things happen.
Coach Snyder doing a terrific job with his team.
Just a great tactician, and he's clearly got his guys buying in to his message.
And if you're just joining us, we've played through one quarter in this one. And taking a look at the Jazz performance here, guys, what have they been doing or not doing?
Coming in hot. They were sharp from the perimeter right out of the gate.
Well, the player and ball movement has been excellent. Finding space, operating in space, and when they've gotten open shots, they've knocked them down.
On the floor for Utah, getting going here in the second quarter. Emmanuel Mudiay out there with Clarkson. Then there's Bradley, and it's Niang in at the 4 slot. Here's Mudiay, and it's sent back by Plumlee. A 3 from Morris, but they recover it. Another shot. It's good, and the Jazz lead is cut to just 5 on the basket from Plumlee.
His hard work on the backboard really just has given them more opportunities to score.
And one area, Clark, that Mason Plumlee doesn't get enough credit in is his playmaking. He does a great job at that as a center.
I could not agree with you more. He's an outstanding passer, but when you're playing with Jokic, you sometimes get overlooked in terms of how well he passes it. But he does a good job and is really solid off the bench. Plumlee moves well, he's active, and he's a rim protector defensively, too.
Let's go now to the sideline and catch up with David Aldridge.
Well, Kevin, coming into the 2017 draft, Donovan Mitchell wasn't sure he was ready for the NBA. Mitchell said, "I worked out in the summer with Paul George and Chris Paul, and they were the ones who convinced me to keep my name in the draft. They said, look, you're good enough. Just go out there and show it." And Kevin, through a couple of seasons in Utah, that's exactly what Mitchell has done.
He has made an instant impact on the NBA and the Jazz. DA, thank you. And it's the Nuggets with the ball after the basket by Utah. Bol kicks to Grant. Good ball movement here by the Nuggets. There's the pass to Bol. Over Mudiay. And with that, the Jazz lead is cut to just 7 on the basket from Bol. And it's Mudiay with the ball. He brings it up for the Jazz. Following this one, they get to host the Pelicans. They start a 3-game homestand with that game. It's stolen by Morris. And here we go with Morris, running it up the court. And the dunk by Grant.
Yeah, on his menu, dunking is one of the specialties. A fantastic jammer who really wrecks that rim.
Here's Niang. He's still scoreless so far in this one. Clarkson surveying the floor. 5 to shoot. Fires it up. Utah getting another chance here. And Bradley gets it to go.
And they've repeatedly probed inside in the first half, guys, and it's paid off.
Mudiay against Morris. Now here's Plumlee. Tight defense on him. Back to Morris. The 3. The rebound by Niang.
And he's been way off the mark this quarter. It's been ugly.
Mudiay finds Bradley. Plumlee with some nice D.
And the activity he shows around the rim is why he is such a respected defender.
And you know what? He's not going to give up an easy finish at the rim. I mean, that's just against his constitution.
Timeout is called. First of the game for the Jazz. Clark, we know you have great passion for the game of basketball. Any passions that our fans may not know about?
Yeah, I enjoy golf. I'm an avid reader, as you well know, Kevin. We actually share book titles on occasion. Obviously, food is universal, and there's nothing I turn down. I try to eat certain things in moderation, but I enjoy board games, too. In terms of sports, I'm a fan of football, both college and pro. Enjoy playing golf, and board games and reading probably are what occupy my time.
Torrey Craig, he's checked in for Monte Morris. Utah also making some changes. Gobert, he's checked in for Bradley. Joe Ingles comes in for Jordan Clarkson, and Mike Conley subbed in for Moutier. Now here is Conley. He's got 5. Tucker, the pass to Niang. He kicks it to Conley. And it's Daniels with the rebound. Daniels has got his 4th rebound in this one. Here's Bull. Offensive rebound. And let's see what Denver has coming up. On Friday, they'll be matching up against DeMar DeRozan and the San Antonio Spurs. And then on Sunday, they'll face off against Anthony Davis and the Los Angeles Lakers.
And, you know, nobody loves playing on the road, but it does offer a good chance to see exactly what your team is made of. This team is going to find out a lot about itself over the next stretch of games.
First free throw is good.
And really, few guys in the league are more unique than Bobo. Has length for days, but needs to add a tremendous amount of strength to guard his natural position.
Jokic, he's checked in for Grant. That's also good, so he hits both free throws.
And like his father, Manu, Bull's combination of size and scoring is very unique. The key for him is just staying healthy.
Gobert dishes to Ingles. Fouled in the act of shooting. Gets the bucket anyway, so a 3-point play chance for him. And talking about Bull, his dad, Manute Bull, was known for his defense. That is not the case for his son.
Well, they're two completely different types of players. Bobo's game is about skill. He can handle, he can shoot. And for someone who's 7'2", he's a tremendous playmaker.
Denver making a switch here. Millsap's checked in. The Nuggets trail by 6. Pass to Jokic. Cross contact on the shot, and now a 3-point play chance as he'll head to the line.
The game has been very close in a lot of areas, but rebounding has been the one differentiator thus far.
And, Greg, we've seen it time and time again in games. Effort and determination on the glass can make up for a lot of other weaknesses.
Michael Porter, he's checked in for the Nuggets.
One shot.
Free throw, good. Jokic.
You'd have to go far and wide to find any fan that doesn't enjoy watching Nikola Jokic play. This big fella is so smooth. He's got guard skills in a big man's body, and his game is so efficient. I love watching him work.
And the call up against Jokic. That's foul number 2 for him. So it's the Jazz now. Their biggest lead of the game was 9. Shot clock at 6. Back to Ingles. There's the 3.
An active player who just takes pride in his defense. Porter is solid at contesting shots with that reach.
And the call will be against George Niang. That's his first foul. And here's Daniels. Outside Porter. 5 on the clock. And another miss by Denver. And with Jokic, passing and playmaking Clark are his trademarks.
Well, I tell you what, the Joker is some kind of special as a big guy. His passing and touch and field and shot making, he really impressed me with all of that. He does everything you want from a center on the offensive end of the court and does it in his own unique, special way. He's a delight to watch.
Here is Daniels. Rudy Gobert picking up that last basket. Daniels kicks to Craig. The 11-footer. That shot, no good. And Utah the other way now. Pass to Conley. Back to Tucker. Conley scanning the floor. Passes to Gobert. And that one falls coming off Conley's feet. Conley's got 5 assists in the game. The Nuggets trail by 7. Daniels with it. Outside Porter for 3. Mike Conley grabs the miss. Poked away. Millsap with the steal. Now the pass to Porter. That one's all good. Now he's 3 for 5 from the field.
A pure shooter who's also efficient. Porter nearly automatic from mid-range.
Utah calls timeout. And with the summer's acquisition of Mike Conley, Greg, the Utah Jazz hoping to make a step in the West.
And really, Mike Conley, their best point guard since they traded away Darren Williams back in 2011. Alongside Bogdanovich, a big upgrade offensively, and he can hold his own on the defensive side as well. And now let's take a look at the stats for Conley. Great showing for him last season. Put up about 21 points a game, 6 assists and 3 rebounds. And you talk about guys who just have a nose for putting up points. He is one of them.
Yeah, he sure is, and he rarely has back-to-back bad games. If he has an off night, he usually follows that up with a big night.
Now here's Conley. 5 points in the game. The Jazz again can't hit it. Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time taking the lid off.
Millsap passes to Porter. Pass to Craig. Clock at 6. Back to Porter from deep. Rebound, Utah. Their biggest lead of the game was 9. The drive by Mitchell. And he gets contact and the whistle on the shot. 2 shots coming up. And there's the foul against Denver. Was there any steal in the 2017 draft bigger than Donovan Mitchell? My goodness, guys, Utah looks like they found a franchise player with him.
I mean, to see a player his age come in and just be an elite scorer is impressive. Very explosive in transition, but also in the half court. Reminds you a bit of Westbrook or a young D. Wade with how he plays.
And the first one drops.
And the Nuggets, a very strong rebounding team.
Yeah, you know, not just on defense, but on offense as well. First in the league in second chance points. Have a lot of players that are active on the offensive glass.
And Mitchell drops them both. Clark, we've talked about footwork, but a player's hands, how he catches, how he passes, the use of his hands are huge. And there are a couple guys out there that are great at that.
Kawhi Leonard has got some mitts unlike any other in the league. I mean, he's not that tall. He's long-armed, and his hands are humongous. That ball looks like a tennis ball in his hands. And not only are they big, they're good. He's active with them on defense, and he's very strong in how he handles the ball offensively. You know, I think about a guy in terms of maybe not size, but really good hands. Jokic, his hands are phenomenal.
All right, a chance to look at the stats for Nikola Jokic. He's coming off an excellent season, 9th in assists, and he did his share on the glass, battled his way into the top 15 in rebounds per game.
And his floor awareness was impeccable last season. As you mentioned, top 10 in assists, just does a great job of getting everyone involved. First one falls for him.
And they're really getting more points at the free throw line here in the second quarter.
And Greg, definitely that's one of the reasons they're in front right now.
O'Neal hits them both. The Nuggets trail by 9. Now Daniels with the floater. The rebound by the Jazz. Gobert's got his 4th rebound in this one. Ingles passes to Conley. They double team Conley. Ingles. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul.
I mean, even from over here, you could see that one pretty clearly.
No question about it, Greg. I mean, a ton of contact and a good call by the officials.
He's gone 1 of 1 in the game so far from the line.
And he finished last season right around 71% from the line, so not exactly his best percentage.
And the first one at the line is good. Mark, the max contract didn't exist when you were playing. Is it something that should be up for debate?
Well, it's a function of the economics of the league now, and in theory, there's some reasons why you have max contracts, because a guy has earned that opportunity, a way to keep a star player or a max contract player with the same team, I think is part of the reasoning behind it. I mean, debating it and talking about it is probably something that makes some sense. If you're thinking about getting rid of it, I'm not so sure.
Now, here's Jokic. He's coming off a 10-point game against the Mavericks in Dallas.
And he was relentless in that one. I mean, he wanted to be the first to every rebound and almost was.
Here's Mitchell following the basket by Jokic. Millsap with the steal. Pass to Craig. Passes it to Jokic. It's stolen by Gobert. Now here's Conley. He's covered by Daniels. Conley dishes to Ingles. Back to Conley. Just 5 to shoot. Tipped away. And it's going to be a 24-second shot clock violation. They turn it over. Now that we have a chance, let's go to the 2K leaderboard and reveal last season's top shot blockers. Rudy Gobert, 3rd.
And shot blocking is the element of the game that I think he cares about the most. That's where he puts in that effort and energy.
And there's the pass to Porter. Daniels with it. Back to Millsap. Craig passes to Millsap. Double team on Millsap. It's Porter outside. Denver gets it back. And it's Jokic missing.
And you know what? He's just not on his game. No doubt about it. Their deficit isn't totally on him, but he has not been an asset for his team.
Now here is Conley. He's got 5. Now here's Mitchell. It's no good. He is 4 for 10 in the game.
Just not there from a rhythm standpoint right now. It's really eluding him.
At his size, Jokic a threat to throw it down, showing you how dominant he can be inside.
Conley finds Mitchell. Wide open look. Porter pulls it in.
Boy, defense non-existent there, but they catch a break as he whiffs it.
Daniels lays it up and banks it in. And now it's only a 5-point Jazz lead.
They are just killing them on the interior.
Yeah, you can't say that with enough emphasis. I mean, the defenders are just not being aggressive enough down low. You got to play with some physicality in the paint.
Now, here is O'Neal. He's got 12. 2 points. That one goes.
And he found the soft spot in the D on that possession.
Millsap up top. Outside, Porter. Poke loose. Ingles with the rebound.
Oh, a tough quarter for him offensively. He hasn't been able to give his team a lift when they need it.
Here's Mitchell. Shoots. And so it's the Utah Jazz bringing the quarter to a close with a 7-point lead. And they've done a phenomenal job down low. So many of their points coming right at the rim. It's time now to go courtside as we send you over to David Aldridge from the sideline. David, take it away.
Kevin, thanks. Joined by Coach Quinn Snyder. Quinn, your team is competing at a very high level. What do you think that's happening?
Well, we're trying to defend, and we've been a little bit fortunate too. They missed some shots, but more than anything, we just want to try to guard and make it hard on them.
Got to make them feel you. Thanks, Quinn. Back to you, Kevin.
Thank you, David. We'll be back after halftime for the start of the second half momentarily.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Ernie Johnson here with Shaq and Kenny, and a favorite time of the year as we're halfway through one of the first games of this fresh NBA season. Right out of the gates, it was Utah setting the tone. At one point, they had a 9-point lead fueled by some entertaining defensive and offensive plays. By the end of the first quarter, their lead was 7. Moving on to quarter number 2, the intensity escalated, but the margin remained the same as they finished the half still up by 7. And Shaq, what did you think about what we saw from Utah?
Well, the perimeter shooting is the reason they're ahead. I think we'll probably see more of that in the second half, especially if they can stay hot. Man, that's so hot. I got to take my suit off.
Kenny, what was your takeaway on Denver?
They're being far less aggressive than they ought to be. The free throw differential is huge right now. It's threatening to determine the outcome of the game. So they have to get into the lane and challenge defenders to make them try to stop you.
And that'll about do it as we get ready for the second half. Let's take you down to Kevin Harlan.
Shout out to my main man, Joel.
Joel, what up?
And we've got third quarter of basketball for you. 2 quarters in the books. And Morris has got the ball here for Denver. 7-point differential. They're off to San Antonio after this game, bringing their show to the AT&T Center. And that'll be the first of a 2-game road trip for them. Third quarter action getting rolling right now, brought to you by Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Here's who's on the floor. So on the floor for Denver, Millsap and Jokic, the big men. Then there's Monte Morris. Then it's Michael Porter. And it's Craig in at the 2. Morris against Conley. Here's Jokic. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. It's going to be on Rudy Gobert.
It took a little time for Jokic to understand how to draw contact and get himself to the foul line, but he's figured it out now.
And he knocks down the first one.
Jokic is one of those new breed of positionless players. On any given night, he could lead the team in points, rebounds, or assists, or maybe all 3, triple-double like.
And Jokic drops them both. And, you know, there are so many things to like about Jokic's game, Clark, and his footwork is right near the top.
I would agree with that, Kevin. His footwork is exquisite. I mean, it is top shelf. This guy does not get enough credit for his pivoting, but his hands are great. His touch is phenomenal. He loses a lot of defenders when he's back to the basket with that footwork of his. I tell you, I was so impressed when I locked into him with my isolated camera during the playoffs. The Joker is no joke.
Now here's Millsap. And he drops in the layup off the glass. Millsap's got 5 now.
Strong drive. That's how Millsap has to play, assertive and aggressive.
Conley kicks to Mitchell. Out to Conley. O'Neal against Porter. Shot clock at 6. Porter with the steal.
And the athleticism and size of Porter creates problems for the defense. Hard to guard without getting physical.
And after essentially a redshirt rookie year with the Nuggets, Michael Porter Jr., the 14th pick in the 2018 draft, is back in action.
Could be a huge addition. Remember, Porter was projected as a top 2 pick entering his freshman season at Missouri. If he can stay healthy, you're adding an elite talent to your rotation.
The first one falls.
And the medical red flags for Michael Porter Jr. caused him to slide to the Nuggets in the 2018 draft. 2 back surgeries in less than a year. An injury suffered initially in his sophomore year of high school. The risk is there, but if his body holds up, potentially a star in the making.
Off on that one, so he goes 1 for 2 at the line.
Yeah, a former 5-star recruit. We know about the talent level with Porter, but he's also a mature, hard-working guy.
Mitchell outside. Kicks to Conley. Looking for Gobert. He gets it there. Missed inside.
And that is a textbook example of how to defend your rim.
And you know, guys, I love his fight and grit on the interior. I mean, he never lets a shot go uncontested.
And that jump shot by Porter is pure. Has such a fluid shooting motion.
Outside Conley. Here's Mitchell. Offensive struggles continue, missing again. On the wing, Porter, guarded by O'Neal. Here's Jokic, and again it's Denver.
This is why I love his game. You really have to admire his tenacity.
Now here's Conley, guarded closely. They double-team Conley. And here is Mitchell. 15 points in the game. Conley's shot is off.
Just 1 for 4 from the field, not the way they wanted to start the second half.
Left side, Porter. For the lead. That's in for his 5th make of the night. Now shooting at a 50% clip, 5 for 10.
And such a sharp shooter from outside the arc. Porter just superb at knowing when to fire from deep.
And the Jazz call time here. And as the coaches go to the clipboard to outline their strategy during the timeout, the players getting a chance to rehydrate with some Gatorade. That's key to staying fresh all the way to the final whistle.
And Kevin, it really is. And every one of these players knows it. They're all making sure to stay hydrated. It's impossible to play your A game if you're not getting enough to drink, especially towards the end of games when the physical toll of a long contest really starts to add up.
A different look for Denver. Grant, he's checked in for Millsap, and it's Bull in for Porter. And Utah also making a switch. George Niang, he's checked in for O'Neal. Now, here's Mitchell. He's got 15. Gobert dishes to Mitchell to the inside. And it's Conley that time on the assist by Mitchell. Mitchell's got 3 assists tonight.
And providing the score, boy, they needed. That stops a 12-0 run by Denver.
Here's Morris. He's got 10. Pass to Bull. The rebound by the Jazz. Conley's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. They double-team Conley, and there's the foul. It's on Torrey Craig. That'll be his 2nd foul of the game. And the Nuggets making a change here. Plumlee's checked in. Inside, Gobert. Beautiful dish, and the layup goes down. Gobert's got his 3rd bucket of the night.
They didn't have much of a problem getting the ball into the post that time.
He had stolen by Ingles. To the middle. Here's Conley. Not going to go that time. Some solid defense from Grant. And so it's Morris with it. He'll bring it up for the Denver Nuggets. Trailing by 2. Just 5 on the clock. Wants to get it to Grant and does.
Man, what a pass that was there. He really, really relishes making the game easier for his teammates.
Conley, the pass to Mitchell. Aston Yang. Shoots from the baseline, and the shot goes down. And the Jazz lead by 2. Here's Denver now. They're on a 14-6 run. Morris kicks to Grant. On the wing, Morris. Ingles covering. 6 on the shot clock. Here's Bull, and Denver again with the bucket.
And the touch Bull is impressive. You can tell he has a lot of confidence in that shot.
Mitchell with it. He's got 15. Gobert finds Mitchell. Conley with it. Back to Mitchell. Craig pulls it in. Craig's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight.
I wonder what the score would be if they weren't controlling the backboard.
And Greg, it's clearly been their edge, and in a close game like this, you look for every edge you can find.
Here's Mitchell. Denver getting their last shot to go. Whistle blows, basket is good, so a chance here for a 3-point play.
I tell you what, it's almost like stealing to watch how he plays the game from this seat.
Well, you might think at 6'3" in shoes, Donovan Mitchell is undersized for the shooting guard position. But his combination of strength and length, along with the athleticism, help him to hold his own.
And Utah making a change here. Clarkson's checked in. Free throw drops for Mitchell. Greg, nowadays teams looking for +6 players. That's a player whose arm span exceeds their height by at least 6 inches.
Donovan Mitchell, how about a +9? I mean, a little over 6'1" in socks with a 6'10" wingspan. Those long arms, the reason for the Spider nickname.
Conley against Morris. To the paint. Grant the pass to Craig. Shot clock at 5. The Nuggets moving the ball around. From deep. Rudy Gobert with the rebound.
And that was a little bit of a range check for him.
You know, guys, I think he's got confidence to shoot it from anywhere, but he could have gotten a better one than that.
And the combination of his quickness and soft touch around the rim really allows him to pull off shots like that. A lot of players don't have the reverse in their arsenal.
Morris with the bucket.
That's a textbook example of how to move the ball. Boy, you got to love that action.
Passes it to Mitchell. Back to Conley. The pass to Mitchell. Here's Niang. Back to Mitchell. Denver grabs the miss.
That's exactly how you have to defend him. He's a guy that the D needs to be aware of at all times.
Craig good as we approach the fourth quarter. Still anyone's ball game.
Yeah, neither team able to create much of a cushion.
Now here's Mitchell. D right on him. Conley for three. That shot no good. Now the Nuggets take it the other way. Here's Bol. Yes, and the foul. It's going to be on Donovan Mitchell.
Nice pass there to set that basket up.
And a look at how the offensive approach has been going here so far for the Nuggets.
Guys, the passing we've seen from them has been tremendous. Very unselfish.
Yeah, but I also like the balance because they're doing a great job of getting inside and converting around the rim. I really like their aggressiveness.
Bradley's checked in for Mike Conley. Utah with the ball. 4-point game. Now Clarkson. Here's Mitchell. Blanketed by the D. He fights to the rim for the layup. Mitchell's got 8 points here in this quarter.
And despite the size disadvantage, attacking the heart of that defense.
You know what, guys, honestly, I didn't think he'd win that battle. I mean, that's a lot of height to give up.
It's stolen by Gobert. Here's Niang. That's tipped. Not watching the line there. That'll be a backcourt violation. With the break in the action, we've got a chance now to look at last year's top rebounder. Fourth, Rudy Gobert.
What a season he had in the paint. I mean, his rebounding numbers really mind-boggling. Who wouldn't love to have a guy like that?
Grant outside. He kicks it to Plumlee. Pass to Morris. Plumlee against Gobert. Clock at 4. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. The Nuggets have gone 7 of 9 from the free throw line tonight. And he makes the first. Paul Millsap's checked in for the Nuggets. And Utah also making a switch. O'Neal's checked in. Good on both.
Yeah, and their free throw shooting has really improved here in the second half.
Jazz trail by 4. Clarkson kicks to Bradley. Millsap's against Clarkson. Unable to get that one. Good work defensively by Millsap. And there's the feed to Bol. And the dunk by Bol.
And guys, this is kind of Bol's role. He's out there to score, and he does it in a variety of ways.
Pass to Gobert. Now, here's Mitchell. He's got 20. Kicks it out to Bradley. From downtown. The offensive rebound. Clarkson dishes to Mitchell. The Jazz need to get off a shot here. From deep three-point range, the shot by Clarkson, no good. Denver leading by 6. Outside Millsap. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2.
You look at Paul Millsap, one of my favorite players. Came into the league after 3 years of college as an undersized power forward who has shown that he not only can rebound, but has become an all-star scorer, too.
The first free throw is good. And year in and year out, Paul Millsap finds a way, Clark, to get it done.
He does, guys. I mean, he's just rock solid. An all-star player multiple times. All he does is help his team win, and he does it in ways beyond just scoring and rebounding. He can open up space with his shooting. He's an outstanding passer, and he's also good at the defensive end and picking people's pockets.
And how about the transition from Paul Millsap, going away from that star role to being more of a role player here in his later years? No longer needed to carry the torch, if you will, in terms of scoring and rebounding, but he can still give you just a bit of everything else at this stage.
And with that 3, his second of the half, he's equaled his total from before the break.
Morris passes to Craig. Inside. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. It's going to be on Rudy Gobert.
Well, he's a fighter now, and he's physical, so he'll battle you inside, and Millsap's going to take it right at you. He really forces your hand when you're defending it.
He'll take his 3rd and 4th free throw shots of the game right here.
Looking back to last season, he was at about 73%.
And that one falls for Paul Millsap. And with Millsap, you can just see him contribute in so many ways.
I mean, a great passer for his position and also very unselfish with his offense. Still a plus defender with how often he is giving up size on the inside.
And he makes both free throws.
Already a very confident player. Knocking down those free throws only fuels that.
Jazz trail by 7. Clarkson dishes to Mitchell. And the call up against Jokic. And that'll be his 3rd foul so far. And here's Gobert. 6 points for him. Here's O'Neal, rejected by Millsap.
Pretty cool to see Millsap turn shots back. I mean, he's a mobile, athletic, big man who is taking pride in his defensive work.
Now, here is Morris. 12 points for him. Here's Jokic, and the shot goes in. Jokic has got 13.
Yeah, they're going to have a nice little run here.
Mitchell against Morris. It's stolen by Morris. Two on the clock, and he sinks that one, hitting the back of the rim on the way in. Morris has got the lead up to 11 now for the Nuggets. And so it's Denver holding on to an 11-point cushion as we get ready to take a break. Trailing to start the quarter, they battled hard and pulled off a tremendous comeback. Now enjoying the lead. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back. And let's take this opportunity now to show you our State Farm assist of the game.
And I'm glad this was the pick because I love this pass. Such a great dish. That's what I call court vision.
Yeah, and with the accuracy to go along with that vision. I mean, he put the ball in the absolute perfect spot. That's how you orchestrate it.
And 1 quarter to go in a game that to this point has not been an evenly fought contest. So on the floor for Utah, Bradley is out there with Gobert. Then there's Jordan Clarkson. Then it's Donovan Mitchell. And it's O'Neal in at the 3. Got a hand on it.
They've shown some strength in the paint today. Their work on the boards has been impressive.
Guys, that's putting it mildly. I mean, they've been absolutely dominant.
Bradley on the double team. Here's Millsap. Shoots over Bradley. Millsap misses.
And, you know, even though they're on top, they're winning. I mean, they could use more from him. Trying to shut the door on this one.
Passes to Gobert. Ball's knocked loose, and so the ball out of bounds. Gobert touched it last. Joe Ingles, he's checked in for the Jazz. And it's the Nuggets with the ball. Morris outside, kicks it to Porter. And it's Jokic in the corner. Good for his 6th make in a dozen attempts, shooting 50% with that basket.
Jokic is really good in these pick and pop situations. He loves them, and he executes them very well.
Mitchell outside. No good from outside. And so it's Porter bringing it up now for the Denver Nuggets. Here in the 4th quarter, their defense has been very strong, allowing no baskets.
Again and again, they're dissecting the defense and creating those high percentage looks from inside.
And even under pressure in close, I think they've still done a good job maintaining concentration and converting the opportunities.
On the free throw, no good. Jazz trail by 15. Ingles kicks to Gobert. Mitchell passes to Clarkson. And he makes no mistake on the slam dunk.
Elevating like a rocket booster, Clarkson likes to get into the paint and finish at the rim.
It's Jokic top of the key. 2nd minute off the clock now in the 4th. Millsap shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. That free throw missing.
You know, over time, Millsap has added different things to his game. And you know what I like about him most is he quietly goes about his business in a professional manner.
He hits the 2nd from the line. And we're about 2 minutes into the 4th quarter now. Mitchell dishes to Ingles. Back to Mitchell. Mitchell is doubled. The wide open look here for Ingles. Buries the long-range jumper.
You have to love the unselfishness on display there. Excellent passing.
Morris passes to Millsap. The pass to Jokic. Millsap trying to get open. And Jokic with the basket on the assist by Paul Millsap.
He's been a different guy here in the 2nd half. His shooting percentage far better than it was before the break.
Utah calls timeout. The Jazz making a switch here. Conley's checked in. He gets a chance now to catch up with the fourth member of our crew, Hall of Famer David Aldridge.
Hey, Kevin. Well, during the last break, I heard Quinn Snyder talking with his team. He is not happy with the turnovers. He said, we have got to get some shots. It's as simple as that, guys. Play smart and value the basketball. We'll see if the message sunk in, Kevin.
Thanks, David. Down low. And that one's good by Porter. And the Nuggets lead by 15.
Hard to imagine them losing this game if they can keep shooting like that.
Not many empty trips for this group. It seems everything's falling for them this half.
Now here's Gobert. Pass to O'Neal. 6 to shoot. And it's good with time running down on the shot clock.
I love the spirit he's shown tonight, particularly on the offensive end.
Boy, I tell you what, the hole would be a lot deeper if he wasn't being as efficient as he's been so far.
Conley against Morris. Conley with it. It's stolen by Morris. Lets a floater go, and it's good on the layup.
He knew what he wanted to do all along. The teardrop.
Utah with the ball. Down by 15. Now Clarkson. And the call up against Jokic. That will get him his 4th foul of the game.
And that 4th foul, guys, might force him to scale back the aggression from a defensive standpoint. He does not need, nor does the team need, number 5.
Now here's Conley. Here's O'Neal. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Feeds to Ingles. Back to Gobert. Ingles kicks to O'Neal. And there's the shot clock violation. Couldn't get the shot off in time. The Nuggets leading by 15. Morris outside. To the middle. Here's Jokic. And he floats in for the easy 2. Credit the assist on that one.
They're doing a really good job of getting the ball inside and attacking the paint. That's an area they have completely dominated.
Well, once they recognized the advantage they had inside, it made a lot of sense just to continue to attack that area.
And so it's Morris with it. He'll bring it up for the Denver Nuggets. Pass to Millsap. Over Conley. And it's in after a nice bounce off the right side. Millsap's got 9 points now in just the second half. Conley against Morris. The shot. Conley gets the bucket.
Fantastic at capitalizing from those spots. Conley has a dynamite-looking jump shot.
Passes it to Jokic. And he comes up with the deuce. Jokic has got 8 points here in this quarter.
And there's a pattern starting to take shape here. They're working it inside and getting good shots from close range.
Well, I agree with you. 4 of their last 5 baskets have been exactly of that variety.
Good on the bucket.
You know, if you're only looking at the way he's played offensively, you'd think his team would have the lead.
The Nuggets leading by 17. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Michael Conley. That's foul number 2 for him. Morris passes to Porter. Denver passing it around. Jokic draws the double. The pass to Craig. Puts up a 3. Ingles with the rebound. Ingles has got his 4th rebound in this one. Now, here's Clarkson. Pass to Gobert. Back to Clarkson. Shot clock at 6. And it's sent back by Jokic.
Outstanding timing from Jokic there. then the superb reach to wipe away the shot.
Here's Millsap. Sinks that one from the post. Millsap's got 11 points here in just the second half.
You know, he was a non-factor in that first half, but now he's making up for lost time.
And here's Gobert, and the call up against Jokic. That's his fifth foul.
And it's clear he's been a little out of control here tonight. The refs clearly have their eyes on him, and that's number 5.
Mitchell, he's checked in for Utah. Gobert against Jokic. And Gobert kicks to Conley. 5 on the clock. Teardrop shot. It's hauled in by the Nuggets. Porter's got 6 rebounds now in the game. Here's Morris. The rebound by the Jazz. Ingles has got 5 rebounds tonight. Morris against Conley. Has to Gobert. Now O'Neal. Outside Conley. Sweet little floater.
Gotta admire how clever Conley is. Gifted at catching the defense off guard with that soft floater.
Pass to Millsap. Here's Jokic. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. It's going to be on Rudy Gobert. And the first one at the line is good. And so he hits both. Jazz trailed by 19. To the inside. Ingles can't get it to go.
And he did everything he could to make that shot as difficult as possible.
And you know what, guys? That will pump him up because he takes a ton of pride in what he does on defense.
George Niang, he's checked in for Rudy Gobert. Free throw, good. Jokic. Hey, Clark, the NBA moved the presentation of the MVP award to after the conclusion of the finals. Do you like that?
Yes and no. I think you have 2 separate awards. You could have a playoff MVP or a finals MVP, which we have. And then you have a regular season MVP. The MVP is for the body of work done during the regular season. So I think there should be a clear separation between the two, quite honestly. So, no, I don't like it.
At least you're honest, Clark. Now here's Conley. Here's Mitchell. And it's Jokic with the rebound. Jokic has got 14 rebounds tonight, going after. Whistle blows. Yep, that's going to be a travel.
And really, he played mistake-free basketball up to that point. That's the only time he's turned it over so far.
So it's Utah now. They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Too many empty possessions. Right now, they need a basket.
And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
Shooting 2.
Free throw drops for Mitchell. Clark, when you think of athleticism, specifically. Talk about the changes athletically we've seen in the league, say, since the 80s.
It's dramatically different. I mean, there have been tremendous athletes through every decade of the league's existence, but it's gotten better with improved training and more knowledge about the anatomy of the body and how to enhance its performance. But now it seems like great athletes are, you know, a dime a dozen versus 8 to a dozen back in the 80s.
Now here's Porter. The pass to Jokic. Lets it go with a three. Hits the three-point bomb. Jokic has got 28.
And when they've gone to him, he has come through big time. You got to keep getting him touches.
Here's Conley. No good on that one. Good work defensively by Morris. The Nuggets leading by 22. Inside, here's Craig, and he uses the glass on the layup.
And that lead pass allowed him to get straight to the rim, unabated, in stride.
Utah has gone 1 of 3 from outside the arc since we've reached the fourth quarter. Conley, the pass to Mitchell. Pass to O'Neal. Conley with it. The Jazz working the ball around now. 4 on the clock. To the left wing. Got a piece of it. Millsap with the steal. Morris against Conley. Morris into the lane. And that one drops. Morris has got 6 in the quarter.
Offensively, defensively, they are in total control.
And don't leave out the coaching staff here now. I mean, their game plan has been perfect.
And that one drops for him. And that's now 27 points for Donovan Mitchell.
And so it's going to end up in the record books as a blowout, a dominating performance for the Nuggets.
You don't see this kind of a blowout often, but tonight this is a quality win across the board to deliver out this kind of punishment.
They definitely never changed the approach. They just kept after it and showed they were clearly the better team in just about every single category.
And it'll go down as their first official win of the new year. And as one might have...
Here he comes, and there he goes.
Look at him punish that rim.
Boy, the guys on the bench loving every minute of that one.
Here's Niang. Goes up high for the two-handed dunk.
That's a double whammy, guys.
That's right. A great defensive play, then the emphatic stuff.
Well, turning defense to offense, we talk about it all the time. Try to hit your opponent at the other end before they can set up the defense.
Here's Jokic. Lays it in without an inch of room around him. Jokic has got 32 points in the game.
And credit the whole team. It was a focused, concerted effort to put this one away.
Yeah, what a time to put the hammer down. Any hope of a comeback? Diminished.
That pass into the paint, that is a work of art there, dead on target.
The clock now can just run out for the Nuggets. And so it's Denver taking care of business in this one. And the outcome of this one was never in doubt.
And boy, they really put in a supreme effort. It just felt like once they had that lead and it was comfortable, they were not going to relinquish it.
And a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge, standing by courtside. David.
Thank you, Kevin. Here with Mason Plumlee. A lot of points tonight. What was working so well offensively?
Well, we're sharing the ball so well. It's fun to watch, I'm sure, but we have possessions where every guy might touch the ball almost twice. So when you get movement like that, it's hard to guard, and it's a fun way to play.
You did have the defense on its toes tonight, Mason. Thanks. Kevin, back to you.
All right, David, great job. Thanks so much. And that'll do it, folks. For Greg Anthony, Clark Kellogg, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan. Thanks for watching the NBA on 2K Sports. We'll see you next time.